Who are the members of a construction team? We always say build the team as your first priority, but who's in that team? In this video, we're going to discuss who the different members are, what their positions are, and how you can make sure you have a really good blend and balance and you have the right people at the table to form an amazing team. Let's do this. So personally, I want to say that building the team and having not only the right positions, but the right people in those positions is absolutely crucial. Sometimes you hear, we're not really worried about title. We're not really worried about people's roles. We're not, anybody can make a good team. I'm not sure I entirely agree with that. Let me say this. Building a cohesive team is your top priority. And so I take it very seriously and I pull in all of the different tools every time I possibly can. And so I will dispel some of the myths around your org chart and these positions, and I will talk in detail about how you can do this organization. So let me start with this. You have to have the right structure. Now, this is not about authority. This is not playing boss. This is not even about hierarchy. It's about accountability. In the book Traction, Gino Wickman talks about the entrepreneurial operating system. And in that book, they don't talk about just an org chart or role descriptions. They talk about what are people accountable for. And so I really, really, really believe in having an accountability chart within that org chart. So as a project team, everybody knows what they are accountable for. And so regardless, I'm going to say it like this, trust me for a minute, regardless of what their title is, I really want to know, what are they doing on that project? And I've said it before in previous videos, but I'm going to say it again. It is huge. Once you get that accountability chart and it is filled out and it is specific and it is labeled and it has the person's name and picture on it, actually asking the team in one of your kickoff meetings or in one of your initial organization meetings or in a team meeting, whatever it is, having each member of that team answer the question, what is expected of that role? And do that for each role, and people will be surprised at some of the things that they expect, and they'll then know what they are accountable for. And it's absolutely crucial. So there's a couple more things that I want to tell you. They're super exciting before we get into it. The other thing I want to tell you is, for a project to be successful, you've got to have a master builder. That can be the superintendent, that can be the PM. It should be both of them. But you've got to have a master builder with experience and experimentation for the type of project you're going to build. And this is huge. If you've never listened to anything else I say, this is huge, huge, huge. That master builder or those master builders must have a team that like working with them, that are fairly loyal to them, and that have really worked and partnered together successfully before. Because the teamwork, you've heard it before, makes the dream of the project, makes the dream work. That sounds a little bit corny, but it's crucial. It's in the book, How Big Things Get Done. It's in the studies. It's historical data at this point. Master builder with a loyal team. And so if you have like 8 or 9 or 10 or 15 people on your team, and you're like, I haven't worked with all these people, what we're looking for is a core. 1, 2, 3, a couple of folks that really like working with that master builder so that the project can succeed. That is absolutely key as we start out. The other thing that I want to say, I'm packing it all in here right now. You've got to have the right people on the bus that are cultural and core value fits, and you've got to have people in the right seats on that bus. It is absolutely crucial. You cannot, hear me on this. I don't think I'm clearly articulating. You cannot just hodgepodge put a bunch of people in according to their role and expect them to work out well. You have got to make sure that you know what people are accountable for, the right people are on the bus, in the right seats, and there's got to be a master builder and a core of a team that has liked working with each other before. If you have that, you are well on your way to establishing a killer team for your project. Okay, so let's get into the specific roles, then I'll give you a little bit more advice on how to really get the right people in the right seats. First and foremost, I was joking around with a construction manager the other day from Ireland, and I also was talking to somebody a couple months before from England. I talked to folks from Germany and Sweden and Norway all the time, and anytime I'm talking about project manager or superintendent, they're like, wait, how does that correlate? And it's kind of funny. I'm kind of teasing my European counterparts. Everything over there is just site manager. Like, we don't have defined roles in other markets throughout the world. So I'm using the US labels because it's what I'm used to, and I'm selfish. I'm just kidding. This is what I know. So liken it to your region throughout the world for these positions. So let's start first and foremost with the project director or the project executive. It is their job to broker the right environment and the right resources with the right client opportunity or project to really make money and to deliver a great product for the owner. So a project executive and a project director, they will be able to resource the completion of this job. They will help win the project. They will oversee pre-construction efforts. They will make sure they're overseeing the project during the construction phase and the closeout and the warranty period. The key is they oversee the whole thing. They oversee every other position, and they will leverage the training, the resources, the consulting, the trade partners, the experience, the company wisdom, the processes, the key positions, the building of the team. They will broker anything needed for a cohesive team to come in and win on that project. Now let's talk about a general superintendent. A general superintendent done well is your master builder, boots on the ground on the project, holding the team accountable and making sure we are excellent. A general superintendent will not play savior with the people on the team, will not just come to the job site, say, hey, you're doing well, and will not provide a barrier between the project team and the project director. That general superintendent is there to train and broker excellence. Now let's talk about the project manager on the project. So the project manager, we love project managers. They are helping us throughout to read the customer's mind, to make sure that we have a proper budget, that we have everything that we need on the project, and they will manage it from start to finish, the overall project from a budget, a schedule, and a quality standpoint, and especially safety in all of these positions throughout. And the main thing that they need to be able to do is read the customer's mind. The second thing is build the team. And number three, be able to say, what do you need, and get the project team what they need when they need it. Now let's talk about the project superintendent. The project superintendent is orchestrating, boots on the ground, like a general, the project so that everyone is flowing, everyone has what they need, and every amount of that project, every phase of that project, every activity is pre-planned and prepared and ready to hand off collaboratively with the assistant superintendents and the foreman on the project. Let's talk about assistants. So assistant project managers and assistant superintendents. I like to look at it like this. They will plan and execute work on the short interval. As the project superintendent, the project manager, they are taking this entire world, the resources, the labor, the permissions, the strategy, the company approach, their knowledge, and they are planning work and queuing it up for the assistants so that at the right time, the assistants with the foreman can do their short interval planning and execute. So the assistants are spending quite a bit of time in the field from a safety and a quality presence standpoint, and the leader of the project superintendent, will be doing a lot of planning, executing from an overall control standpoint, and providing clarity for the entire project to work in a flow. The project engineer, you already know what those awesome people do. The project engineers, they are enabling the trade partners with everything they need. They got a question, it becomes an RFI. They need materials, it's a submittal that needs to be approved. They are curating, whether it's technology or answers or submittals or material procurement or whatever, or billing, money, getting the subcontractor's pay application approved. The project engineers are getting everything they need from a project management standpoint, from an informational standpoint. Now, what about the field engineers? The field engineers are doing the same thing, but in the field, enabling with the safety requirements, the quality requirements, the layout and control, the lift drawings, the information boots on the ground items that they need in the field, enabling those trade partners partners. That is what the field engineers are doing. So most of the questions from a drawing clarification standpoint should filter to the FE and to the PE, because they are enabling the trades while the assistants are monitoring in the field the flow of the trades when the project superintendent, project manager are queuing everything up and monitoring the overall system for the trades to do their work successfully. Now, this would not be complete if we did not talk about the foremen and the workers. By the way, this whole channel, which I hope you like and subscribe to, because we love workers and foremen. This whole channel, everything we do is to create flow and enjoyment and productivity for them. The foremen collaboratively plan with the assistant superintendents and the superintendent. They do the short interval planning according to the last planner system. They lead the work of the crew in the field, and the wisdom and expertise of the workers and the foreman is what builds the job. That is a key role. That's why we have the book Elevating Construction Foreman. That's why everything we do enables that work. So all of these positions that I've mentioned, all the way from owner of the company to the owner of the project, to the designers, to the project director, all the way is supposed to enable flow for the foreman and the workers so that they can plan their short interval and receive the right materials and information and go do the work. So these are the positions in a construction team, and I hope you feel inspired about how those all interact together. Now, if you want more information, please reference our books. I'll link them to you in the description below. And this year, we will have books for project managers, field engineers, and project engineers as well. So at the end of this year, we will have a complete library for every position. At the end of the day, the key things you need for a team to really work out well is, number one, an enabling PM. Number two, a lean superintendent that knows how to get work done in the field as a master builder. Number three, an organized GC, meaning general contractor foreman, who's either a carpenter or a laborer, that can help maintain the general conditions and requirements of the job site. Number four, a welcoming project administrator, and I will also link you to a video about project administrators as well in the description below. And five, a team builder, project director, or project executive that knows how to broker and bring in any needed resources for that team to be successful. One last bit of advice that I want to pack into this amazing content is the book, The 6 Types of Working Genius. That book will describe the different types of working genius of different people. You can take the assessment, and in addition to competency, also pair your teams according to their skills and their geniuses and their working habits. So I'll link you to that book as well. My final advice is this: if you've got the right people in the right seats on the bus, if you've got your master builder and you've got your team and you've got your positions that tie in and deliver at every phase of the project, and you have those keys that I mentioned, the last thing you need to do is to make sure that you have a complementary team according to those working geniuses. You'll find out more about that in that book, The 6 Types of Working Geniuses. I'll link that to you in the description below. I love this topic. I hope you're able to use it. On we go.